I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York.
Hey, what's up everyone? Believe it or not, I still do have this YouTube channel and I am back. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a life update, but without that in the title. Realistically, I kind of just want to update you guys with where I'm at with my life and what my plans are for this channel moving forward. So for those of you guys who don't know, I recently moved from Naples, Florida to New York City about 6 weeks ago. Then I had a little bit of time before I started working in consulting with KPMG on July 21st. Obviously that is a 9-to-5 job, so that takes up the majority of my weekdays. I have been going into the office here in New York Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I've already created a pretty good friend group there at the office, which really makes it a lot more enjoyable than just sitting here in my room. It really is so cool meeting other people. Obviously, they're all right about the same age as me, similar interests, similar hobbies, similar jobs, obviously. So it's been really great to have so many like-minded people around me. I've already been staffed on an engagement, so that has been great. I'm learning a ton. A lot of it is, of course, still going over my head, but definitely trying to make the most of it and provide value where I can. But despite the fact that I am enjoying my work, I do realize that I need to make sure that I have some external focuses in my life outside of my 9-to-5. In reality, I enjoy my work, but at the end of the day, I don't feel super fulfilled by it. And I know that's a very common thing, especially when you're working a corporate job. It doesn't really subscribe to the motto of when you love what you do, you're never working a day in your life. So I really want to make sure that I continue to grow and evolve in all facets of my life and don't focus too heavily on the professional career journey. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you the 3 things that I'm going to be pursuing and working towards outside of my job in consulting. So I'm sure you can kind of guess the first thing that I'm going to say, and that is this YouTube channel. So I understand I've been a bit MIA on this channel over the last few weeks, but there is good reason for that. I pretty much needed the green light from KPMG to have this channel and to pursue business opportunities outside of my professional services with KPMG. Without going too in-depth into details, there's just a lot of independency rules related to working for a professional services firm. So they kind of just had to check and make sure that nothing that I do creates any conflicts of interest for the firm, but we are all good. There, of course, are really no concerns with that. So I have been given the green light to post content here on this channel. But I do hope you can understand why I was hesitant and correctly didn't post anything while I was going through this review process. I wanted to make sure that everything was good, and I'm at that point now, and that is why I can finally post this video and really focus on my channel. So why do I want to post on this channel? Well, frankly, New York City is very expensive and the additional income would be nice. I know I've made a lot of videos about it in the past, but I do make some money from YouTube here and there. I make about $120, $130 a month from Google AdSense. And then I have other revenue streams like my Morning Brew affiliate link, which subscribe down below if you haven't already, as well as random sponsored ads and things that occasionally pop up. But outside of the revenue and the income aspect of YouTube, I do really want to continue building my network, my professional network, outside of just kind of the natural life, business, university connections that the person typically makes. YouTube has introduced me to so many amazing people, and I really do enjoy getting LinkedIn connection requests and messages on Instagram from you guys who say you've enjoyed my videos and either ask for help or just, again, say you enjoy watching me talk. I really just want to make sure that I continue to have an outlet to help people. I truly do believe that this thing can kind of snowball into something way bigger than it currently is. And I think life is kind of all about giving yourself opportunities for great things to happen to you. And that is definitely what this YouTube channel provides for me. Also, now that I live in New York City, I know that that offers me the opportunity to potentially meet and network with amazing content creators. This isn't really something that I've done too much of. I know I made that video with Danny back in Gainesville right before I left, but I think it'd be really cool to kind of immerse myself a little bit more in the creator culture and meet some like-minded people here in New York City. Also connected to why I want to continue this YouTube channel is that I want to have an outlet and a platform to build other technical and soft skills. Realistically, my consulting job is very niche. The Work that I do on a day-to-day basis is very niche to my group within KPMG. So I want to ensure that I can continue to learn and kind of broaden my scope using other platforms other than just my job. I think a lot of what I do on this YouTube channel and a lot of what I hope to do on the channel really will allow me to gain a lot of transferable skills. Already so much of what I've learned through making these videos and reaching out to people and building those connections, I've been able to utilize in my professional world. So at the end of the day, I really just want to continue using this YouTube channel to meet all of you amazing people. I want to continue to add as much value to your guys' life as possible. Help you guys to get great internships and jobs and get into the school that you want. And that leads me to the second thing that I am going to be focused on. So outside of YouTube, I am going to be committing a lot of time to prep and study for the GMAT exam. If you're not familiar, the GMAT is kind of the standardized test that you need to take in order to apply for business school. I know I've talked about it quite a bit on this channel, but I do plan to pursue higher education in the next few years. I really am interested in a JD MBA combined program, and part of that would require me to take the GMAT. So a major part of my plan to prepare and study for this GMAT to ensure that I get a good grade is that I'm partnering up with Magoosh. Magoosh is an online prep program that helps you study for the MCAT, the SAT, ACT, LSAT, and so many other exams. They were kind enough to give me a full year of access to their GMAT course. So I do plan on starting the 6-month prep program, and I plan to document that 6-month prep and journey here on this YouTube channel. Not only will I document kind of the process of studying for and taking the GMAT exam, but I also hope to broaden this into the process of preparing for and submitting business school applications down the road. And I really want to emphasize that my goal with this is to get the absolute best score possible. I really do have the highest aspirations when it comes to higher education. So this is a long-term journey. I'm definitely going to make sure that I put in my full effort to prepare for and succeed on not just the exam, but also on my applications. So even though this is kind of a long-term plan for my life, next 1 to 3 years, I still think it can be a major part of my YouTube channel. I want to share kind of the whole process with you guys here. Not only will this maybe hold me accountable to actually study and go through on this, but if it can help a lot of you guys out along the way who maybe are interested in doing something similar, then it'll be a win-win for all of us. So that is the second thing that I'm going to be focusing on, and that is studying for and taking the GMAT. So the last thing I'm going to focus on is kind of a very broad topic, but it is to overall just increase and strengthen my mental, spiritual, and physical well-being. It's really important that I make sure that my body stays in great shape. In the last few months, I've seen just how important physical health is in the quality of your life. And I really want to make sure that I do everything in my power to maintain the level of fitness that I'm at now and make sure that I can continue that into decades in the future. Honestly, eating healthy is a really challenging thing for me now that I am responsible for all of my meals, and the McDonald's app has such good deals. But I really am going to be utilizing Trader Joe's, which is just down the street here, and trying to cook from home and eat as healthy as I can when I want to. Also, the second part of this is reading a lot of books and making sure that I stay present. Really, in my life, I constantly see myself focusing way too much on the future and kind of overlooking the present life that I'm living. Honestly, at this point in my life, I need to acknowledge that the life I'm living now as a young professional living in New York City is a life I absolutely dreamed of just a few years ago. I really need to not take that for granted. I can't focus too much on building this YouTube channel into what I want it to be or getting that great score on the GMAT and going to business school. I right now am living the dream that I was hoping to one day accomplish a year, 9 months, 6 months ago today. So I really do think reading has helped me a lot with staying present. It helps me kind of block out a lot of the other thoughts that I have and focus on what is directly in front of me. And I think that transferring that from books into the rest of my life would be very beneficial. Also, just realistically, living in New York is tough. It is extremely competitive out here. Everyone is so successful. It can be easy to have imposter syndrome or feel down and bad about yourself. And I really think that just staying present will help me so much. So I really do want to focus on kind of, again, that mental, physical, and spiritual well-being. So when I'm not working or focused on this YouTube channel, I will be doing something that will be helping me with this pursuit. So that's gonna wrap up the video. Those are the 3 things I'm really gonna pursue in this new life here for me in New York City. I'm back on YouTube and I am here to stay. And I know I say this every video, but stay tuned for so much great content coming your way. I really am motivated now more than ever to continue posting content on the channel that you guys will enjoy and get value out of. I am so excited for what is in store for the future. Also, I'm really excited for you guys. I know a lot of you are about a year or 2 younger than me. So maybe now you're starting your new life in college or you're applying for internships. I'm really excited to see the amazing updates and things that you guys accomplish in this new chapter in your lives. I'm certainly looking forward to it, and I hope you can too. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.